It didn't feel like a big moment at first. There were no warning signs, no fear, no sudden guilt. It was just a normal day, slowly turning into a dangerous night. At that time, I truly believed everything was under control. I told myself I knew what I was doing, that I could handle it. I remember the exact thoughts running through my mind. It's not a big deal. I'll fix things later. Allah is merciful. Those words felt comforting. They felt safe. But in reality, they were lies dressed as hope. Inside, my heart wasn't at peace. It wasn't screaming at me. It wasn't panicking. It was whispering. A quiet discomfort. A heaviness I couldn't explain. And yet, I chose to ignore it. I kept moving forward, step by step, toward a decision I already knew wasn't right. But somehow, I had convinced myself it was necessary. People often think sin starts with desire. But that's not true. Sin starts with justification. Before the action comes the excuse. And I had excuses for everything. I told myself I deserved this. I told myself I was tired of being patient. I told myself everyone around me was doing worse. Slowly, very slowly, wrong began to feel normal. I stood there, right at the edge, about to cross a line I once promised myself I never would. My heart felt heavy. Not scared. Not guilty. Just heavy. I remember thinking to myself, if everything is fine, then why does my heart feel like this? But instead of stopping, I took another step forward. And that's when it happened. Nothing dramatic. No voice from the sky. No sudden disaster. No miracle. Just a small interruption. My phone buzzed. Once. I ignored it. It buzzed again. I felt irritated. Why now? I picked it up. A missed call. From a name I hadn't seen in a long time. Someone who had no idea what was going on in my life. Someone completely unrelated to this moment. And right below it, a simple notification appeared. It's time for prayer. That was it. Just one line. But suddenly my chest tightened. I stared at the screen longer than I should have. And something strange happened. The noise in my mind went quiet. All the excuses I had been repeating for hours suddenly felt weak, fragile, like glass ready to shatter. A thought entered my heart. Not loudly, not forcefully, but clearly. If Allah is watching you right now, can you still do this? I tried to push the thought away, but it came back, stronger. What will you say when you stand before Him? How will you explain this moment? My hands felt heavy. My feet refused to move. For the first time that night, I felt seen. Not judged. Not hated. Seen. And in that moment, I realized something I had never understood before. Allah didn't stop me by taking something away. He stopped me by reminding me of Him. He reminded me that I wasn't alone. That even in this moment, He was present. Watching. Protecting. I took a step back. Then another. My heart was racing now. Not with desire, but with awareness. I turned around and walked away. Not confidently. Not proudly. But weak. And grateful. That night, I stood for prayer. I didn't know what to say. I didn't have fancy words. I didn't have long du'as. I just stood there. Silent. And then I whispered, "Oh Allah." I was so close to falling. Thank you for stopping me. That's when the tears came. Not tears of fear. Not tears of shame. Tears of relief. Because for the first time in a long time, I felt protected. Later that night, as I lay awake, one thought kept repeating in my mind. What if that call never came? What if that reminder never appeared? I already knew the answer. I would have crossed the line. And I would have carried that regret for years. That's when something changed inside me. I realized Allah's mercy isn't only in forgiveness after sin. Sometimes, His mercy is in prevention. The uneasiness you feel before doing something wrong. That's mercy. The sudden distraction. That's mercy. The delay. The interruption. The heaviness in your heart. That's mercy. We often think Allah is far away when life gets quiet. But sometimes, He is closest when He silently blocks a path. Not because He wants to punish us, but because He knows what that path would do to us. Maybe you've experienced it too. A moment where everything was set. You were sure. You were ready. And then suddenly, you weren't. Something stopped you. And you didn't even understand why. That wasn't weakness. That wasn't coincidence. That was Allah. Because Allah doesn't stop those He wants to abandon. He stops those He wants to protect. And if He stopped you once, it means He still cares. It means you still matter. It means your heart is still alive. So the next time you feel that heaviness, before a wrong decision, don't ignore it. Pause. Listen. It might just be Allah saving you from a regret you were never meant to carry.